But was it impressive, or was it what you expected? And if so, is Canelo's power good enough that if he were to fight Golovkin at the full 160, is it good enough to hurt Golovkin from what you saw?
I mean, yeah, you can't. Look, Canelo is, as I mentioned, sometimes people get fooled by the optics. Canelo reminds me a lot of James Toney. He doesn't have the shoulder roll and all that stuff, but he's basically a boxer puncher with good but not great power, but good solid power, physically strong, who's most comfortable when a guy comes to him because he has faster hands than feet. So cutting off the ring was not James Toney's specialty. He could do it if you made him do it, but that's not what he wanted to do. Same thing with Canelo. But when you come to him and he can stand there and counter, that's when he's at his most effective. Canelo's very slick with his upper body movement. His skills improve in every fight, and he has good, crisp power. And he's fought really good opposition. I mean, Khan is smaller, but Erislandy Lara and Austin Trout, you say, well, yeah, he lost those fights. I don't know. I thought he won them both very close. I don't see a Floyd Mayweather outcome changing based on that performance. Khan was able to give him problems that through half the fight that demonstrate Floyd is still, just because you're fast doesn't make you Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
But yeah, and by the way, even if you think a guy is favored, people like Hagler to beat Hearns, and in fact, Hagler knocked Hearns out in 3 rounds. Would anyone complain if we got another Hagler Hearns?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think Triple G is going to win, you might say.
Yeah.
And then what if he winds up winning and it's a knockout within 3 rounds? But what about those 3 rounds? Tony Zale and Rocky Graziano, 5 rounds, 3 fights. They weren't extended fights, but each one was amazing, You have 2, and speaking of James Toney, remember the Jirov fight?
Yeah.
Jirov, an aggressive Olympian, undefeated body puncher. I'm not saying he's Triple G, but he has that aggressive style, body punching style. And James Toney, the counter puncher that I just mentioned, and they went, one guy just wants you to come to him, James Toney. The other guy just wants to go to you, Jirov. And they made one of the great cruiserweight fights ever, right? So regardless of who you think's going to win, the action in the ring in a Triple G Canelo fight is virtually guaranteed based on their style.